Welcome back. We're nearing the end. I can smell it. Alright, where did we leave off? But what our eyes landed upon, they burst into the room, was an incredibly strange sight. I'm sure it was. Blood. The parlor was stained with blood. This place where we spent almost the entire day, where we pressed in together to protect ourselves from some unknown malice, had been stained with fresh blood, had become an ocean of blood. So poetic. On the floor lay, I told you, you fools! On the floor lay Genji-san, Kumasawa-san, and Dr. Nanjo, their entire bodies stained bright red with the blood. You fools! But the only way we could identify them was by their clothes. That was because... that's right. This is how the whole tragedy started. Their faces. Just like our smashed up parents in the shed, you couldn't tell where their eyes stopped and their noses began. It was as though they'd rudely plunged their faces into tomato pot pies. What? All squished up. Ooh-ah! That is a very strange metaphor. And that wasn't all. Their bodies had other wounds. Ooh, do tell. It was those demon ice picks. They were in Genji-san's stomach, Dr. Nanjo's thigh. No, his knee. That's right, of course it's his knee. In the epitaph, the sixth twilight was the stomach, and on the seventh twilight, the knee was gouged. So after seeing one of them stuck near Kumasawa Ba-chan's calf, I couldn't help masochistically laughing. That's right. On the sixth twilight, gouge the stomach and kill. On the seventh twilight, gouge the knee and kill. On the eighth twilight, gouge the leg and kill. That was a lot of twilights at once. Now even the eighth twilight is over. And the next one, the ninth twilight. What was it again? Maria was there. She was facing the wall in the inner part of the room, standing stock still, completely alone. Is she like doing a Blair Witch? She faced away from this horrible scene, standing by the wall, singing her song over and over. There was nothing else in the room, just the corpses of the three who had been brutally killed, and the phone receiver, which was still off its hook, proving that this was the room that the call had come from. Just that and Maria, her back to this scene as she kept on singing while facing the wall. We couldn't even scream at this bizarre scene. We could only stare, shocked, with our mouths hanging loosely open. Maria. Jessica called out to her, but Maria showed no reaction. Alone, she kept singing on and on. We had come here trying to save Maria from some approaching danger. So, now that we had found her, we should have been running up to Maria, hugging her, joyous that she was safe. And yet, not one of us could do that. Everyone thought it, but they couldn't say it. After all, because, that's right. Even if that's crazy, no, it couldn't be. Maria, stop singing. Are you listening? At some point, Aunt Natsuhi and I had pointed our weapons at Maria's back. You stab her with that candlestick. I yelled at Maria in a violent voice, but there was no reaction. She just kept singing. With the candle stand still readied, I ran up to her and violently slammed my hand down on her shoulder. You're a bully, Battler. Then I pulled on her shoulder, forcing her to turn around. Ooh. Maria's small body was quickly pulled down and fell. And as though unhappy at having her singing interrupted, Maria looked into my face with her usual expression. Even in this gruesome situation, she was just like normal. Maria, what is this? Who did it? I think it's pretty clear. You, Beatrice. Like I've been saying all along, moron. Cut that crap. I threw the candle stand I'd been holding against the wall. The violence of that reckless sound should have gone straight into Maria's heart. But Maria's expression didn't change at all. Quit it, Battler-kun. Maria-chan, this time you should have seen the face of the culprit who killed these three. Was the culprit the same Beatrice who gave you the letter? Duh. Ew. Beatrice. Well, in that case, it's certain. There is a 19th person. Beatrice does exist. Oh, finally. Then Maria, will you at least tell me this much? How did they kill these three people? What did they use to kill them in such a brutal way? I don't know. How could you not know? It happened in this room. Are you trying to tell me you were so absorbed in singing that you didn't notice? Calm down, Battler-kun. Maria-chan, talk to me. Okay? George Aniki, as he always did, crouched down next to Maria so that their eyes met and talked to her very kindly. Maria-chan, why were you facing the wall and singing? Ew. Beatrice said to face the wall and keep singing for a long time. Ew. So, did Beatrice come here? Were Genji-san and the rest still alive then? Ew. Everyone came into the parlor together and sat down. Genji-san made sure to lock the door. It was locked when we got here. But then, how did Beatrice get into the parlor? Ew. Beatrice is a witch, so locks don't matter. She turned into butterflies and came in through a crack in the door. Ah yes, the butterflies. Huh? Calmly joking at a time like this? Like hell that happened. What are you saying? Kihihihihi. You can't believe it? That's why I didn't want to say. No matter how I say it, you won't believe. But Beatrice is a witch. She can do anything with her miraculous magic. That's why Beatrice doesn't care whether a door is locked or not. Kihihihihi. And then, after Beatrice appeared, what happened to everyone? I think it's pretty obvious what happened. Beatrice talked to us. She said grandfather's study was protected by a powerful force and she couldn't enter no matter what she did. So she told us she'd select 3 sacrifices from the 4 people in the parlor. Everyone said, no way. Hihihihi. Kumasawa-san kept saying, no way, no way. But Beatrice chose. And when she did, Beatrice said I'd be fine. Why do you think? Duh, the scorpion. It's because of the scorpion charm with the 5th magic circle of Mars. The one battler used to pray for my safety. The one he put his feelings into. Because of that power, Beatrice couldn't do anything to me, and me alone. Get wrecked. So she decided to use the other 3 as sacrifices. After that, Beatrice spoke. Come, face the wall and sing a song for me. You will sing lots and lots of songs, so no matter what happens, no matter what you hear, you won't hear, you won't hear, you won't know. Come, sing lots of fun songs for me. So I was singing the whole time, over and over. So I didn't hear anything, didn't know anything. And then all of you came. Ew. Are you asking us to believe that? You think we're stupid? Yes, I do. Kihihihi. Then who will you suspect this time? Will you suspect me? Gonna try killing me right here? Even if you do that, Beatrice won't stop existing. Now, the 8th twilight is over, and Beatrice will revive. Finally! Give it to me. Are you serious? I've had enough of that talk. As if witches could exist. As if I'd let myself get tricked. I won't accept it. Beatrice doesn't exist. I definitely won't accept it. I don't think you have a choice in that. So I won't let her exist. I won't let her revive. The legend will remain a legend forever. Good luck. I won't acknowledge something like that. Quit it, Battler. It's not like Maria killed them or let them die. Beatrice came, and Maria had to obey, was unable to resist. Huh? Aunt Natsuhi? Oh no. No, not Natsuhi. She isn't here. No, I wanted her to live. Huh? What? Mom? Where did she go? Just now she left by herself, reading a letter. A letter? That makes sense. The culprit must be so exhilarated now that we've reached the 8th twilight. Reached the 8th twilight. 8th. They might have left a letter so that they could brag even more. We were so wrapped up in questioning Maria that we forgot to look for a letter. But even as well armed as she was, why had she left the room by herself in this dangerous mansion after reading it? Jessica tried to chase after her and tugged at the handle to the door, but it resisted strangely and wouldn't open. Mom! Mom! What's going on? Open up! Open up! It was only natural. Natsuhi had picked up the candle stand, which Battler had thrown at the wall and which had fallen to the floor. She had then skillfully wedged it between the doorknobs on the double doors like a bolt, holding them closed. The intricate design of the candle stand caused it to get caught solidly, and it really did make a sturdy seal on the door. Natsuhi, no. The tragic scream of a daughter for her mother. Did it reach Natsuhi's ears or not? This is not the ending I wanted. Do we get a final Beatrice versus Natsuhi? Because I might be into that. Natsuhi's figure was alone in the entrance hall. It was the place decorated by the portrait of Beatrice. Natsuhi threw down Beatrice's last letter, the one she had read in the parlour, readied her rifle again, and, in a voice that rang clear, yelled in the massive space that was the entrance hall. I am Ushiromiya Natsuhi, representative of the Ushiromiya family. Show yourself, Golden Witch, Beatrice. Throw down. The entrance hall was dimly lit. Other than a faint light which shone on the center of the room, everything was blotted out by the jet black darkness. Butterflies. Yeah. In that darkness, butterflies glittering in gold squirmed, twinkled, and sneered. How does a butterfly sneer? Natsuhi gave one more huge gulp and pointed the cold barrel of the gun at the gold butterfly. I hope she just starts shooting butterflies. So you have finally shown yourself. I still can't believe that something like you really exists. But that isn't a problem. Both I, who bear the title of representative to the Ushiromiya family, and you, who claim to succeed the headship of the Ushiromiya family, are here right now. At this point, whether you are a witch or not is a trivial matter. Come, let us settle this. Oh yeah, throw down. Which of us will truly succeed the Ushiromiya family? I, Ushiromiya Natsuhi, or you, Beatrice? Question mark. Allow me to respectfully accept your request for a duel. Oh yeah, get it. This is exciting. Ooh, yeah! The gold butterfly slowly formed a human shape, which walked into the dim light. Natsuhi readied the rifle and glared. Oh, I'm excited. The witch raised her golden staff overhead and laughed. Natsuhi's finger slowly squeezed the trigger. And go! What's happening? Battler made an all-out dash at the door and rammed into it, crushing the candle stand that had been barring it and making it possible for a big gap to be opened in the door. That is an awkward phrasing. And also, go back to Natsuhi. I don't care about the kids. He kept kicking the candle stand through the gap, and the door was finally released. Please don't let Natsuhi be dead already. That would just be way too quick. I wanted an actual duel. At that time, they heard it. They certainly heard the crisp sound of gunfire ring out once. Mom! Mom! Jessica-chan, you mustn't run off by yourself. George, shut up. Was that the sound of a gun just now? Did Aunt Natsuhi shoot? At whom? At the culprit? Duh. The noise had come from the entrance hall, and the entrance hall looked like a stage. Like the heroine? How do you pronounce that word? Heroine? Of a tragedy on the ground and bathed in light. Arrayed in the beauty of that silence. No, come on. Aunt Natsuhi lay face up, crumpled on the floor. At least give her a fighting chance, you monsters. Half crazed, Jessica ran up to Aunt Natsuhi. I didn't even get to see her and Beatrice on screen at the same time. That's upsetting. Ew. On Aunt Natsuhi's forehead, it was almost as though a sparkling shard of pigeon blood ruby had been placed there. What the heck is that? And from it, one stream of blood makeup, passed by her eye and began to traverse her face. None of the deaths have upset me until now. This just makes me sad. The faint smell of gunpowder smoke came from the barrel of the rifle Aunt Natsuhi still grasped. Huh? Then she shot herself in the forehead? What? Why? Mom! Yeah! I don't get it. Why did Aunt Natsuhi run away alone? And why did she shoot through her own forehead? Maria-chan, Aunt Natsuhi left the room after reading a letter, right? There's no letter here. Damn it! What did Aunt Natsuhi read, and why was she lured out here? I don't know. Who cares about that? What the hell? Why did she kill herself? Because none of you are allowed parents. Why did she leave me alone? Jessica clung to her mother's corpse, crying earnestly. That's dramatic. My body was consumed with an anger I didn't know what to do with, and I snatched the rifle from Aunt Natsuhi's hand. I spun around, pointing the barrel of the gun into the darkness on all sides, as though I was pointing a light from a lighthouse, trying to find the culprit. George Anarchy, even in this situation, was trying to calmly figure something out, but that might have been a fruitless effort. And only Maria was completely indifferent. I mean, she lost her parents a while ago, so So is this all supposed to be some kind of predetermined fate? No, that's not it. This is all a prelude to a wonderful world. The door to the Golden Land will finally open. On the 9th twilight, the witch shall revive, and none shall be left alive. But there's still 4. And on the 10th twilight, at journey's end, you shall attain to the power of the Golden Land's treasures once and for the last time. With this, everything is over, Beatrice. Congratulations. So lead me to the Golden Land you told me of. Right now. There, all of the dead will be revived, and even lost love will be restored. Aww. So, in Maria's eyes, it's just as though all of today's tragedies didn't happen. Pretty sure everybody who died would say otherwise. It's as though all of the time she spent deprived of love never happened. Stop it. What's so fun? What's to be congratulated? There were 18 people on this island. 14 are dead. Only the 4 of us are left. Kinda convenient that it's just the children. I would have rather that have been a little more random. I'm definitely not gonna die. Until the night is over. No, until the typhoon passes and the seagulls gather again at the harbour, I'm definitely not gonna die. Good luck. I'll stay alive. I'll stay alive no matter what. Give it up, Battler. Guns are useless against witches. Survival and all that stuff doesn't matter, because it's over. The journey has already ended. See? Look at the clock. Nanji. Huh? The clock? Hearing those words, I looked at my wristwatch. That's not a clock. Both needles were almost touching near the top. Very soon it will be 12 at night. In other words, 24 hours. Midnight. When you think about it, isn't 24 a strange time? Yes, because I'm pretty sure Japan is the only country that actually uses that. It can be called 24, and it can also be called 0. It's the hour at the culmination of the previous day, and at the same time, it's 0 hour, hour 0, as the next day begins. Beatrice. Maria suddenly called out happily and ran towards the darkness. Rip. It was almost as though Beatrice was somewhere in that darkness, and Maria was running up to her. As Jessica hugged her mother's corpse, as George Aniki stood there, confused, I looked down the barrel of the rifle, gazing into the darkness. The space in front of Beatrice's portrait lay in that direction. And the thing Maria was running up to was the portrait's subject. You've got to be kidding me. This is just impossible. Like I'd fall for something like this. Witches don't exist, I won't accept it, blah blah blah. Something like you shouldn't exist because this is a human world. You think I could accept something that's not human? I definitely won't accept it. Battler, calm your tits. When I pulled hard on the rifle's lever, the cartridge was ejected, fell to the floor, and a new cartridge was loaded. Then I sighted the witch down the barrel. Maria turned around. Still clinging to the golden witch, she turned around. Show her to me already. Didn't I tell you it was meaningless? Mere lead bullets are meaningless against Beatrice. Well, then we know she's not a werewolf. No, that would be Silver. Humans are so stupid, aren't they? Indeed. Kihihihi. I won't accept the existence of witches. Who are you? Just try moving one step. Just try moving one finger. If she's in the darkness, how are you supposed to know she's moved a finger? I'll blast you away. Kihihihi, giggle, 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 cackle, 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 ha 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 ha. Indeed. As the witches laughed, even the large clock in the hall joined in on their laughter. It was probably telling us that the time was 24 hours. It was both a tone telling us that we had reached the culmination of this day and a tone informing us that all had returned to nothing. The rule that the witch would win when time ran out had already been revealed. Bold. Battler, George Nii-chan and Jessica. The journey has ended and the witch has revived. See? And none shall be left alive. Yeah! Kill them all! The witch shall praise the wise and bestow 4 treasures. 1 shall be all the gold from the Golden Land. 1 shall be the resurrection of all the dead souls. 1 shall be the resurrection of the love that was lost. 1 shall be to put the witch to sleep for all time. Sleep peacefully, my beloved witch Beatrice. Do we get to see her or what? Okay. Midnight! Yeah! I just want to see the witch. Ooh, what's this? The storm has passed. No, the storm passed, and the leaden clouds that had enshrouded the island for so long cleared away. From the rifts between the clouds, sunbeams shone, and yesterday's storm seemed like a lie. Just as someone had wished, the seagulls returned to the harbour once again and let their lively cries be heard. Afterwards, the police came and conducted an investigation of the scene. The corpses of the children, who were thought to have survived until the very end, were never found. However, because of the body parts that were discovered and the unimaginably gruesome nature of the scene, the police were forced to conclude that the chances of survival for any of the 18, even the children, seemed hopelessly dim. Oh, well then. Just how gruesome was the banquet of the witch, and how beautiful was the Golden Land. They were the only ones who got to hear that tale. No tales were told to those humans who arrived after the banquet was over. The best they could do was imagine what might have happened during those 2 days. However, the witch was fickle. She made a point of leaving behind this tale, which didn't need to be heard, and it was allowed to spread. Then many years later, A strange wine bottle that had drifted on the waves to the pier of a neighbouring island was pulled out by a fisherman. Inside it was a thin, tightly rolled notebook fragment, written upon in cramped small letters. Gone too fast. Written there was this tale. Through this notebook fragment, people will finally learn the truth of the mysterious and riddle-filled 2-day period that started on October 4, 1986. This incident was later called by many names, such as the Rokken mass murders, the 18 killings of Rokkenjima, though dilettantes from around the world knew it as the witch legends. Stop, it's gone too fast. Lovers of the occult claimed that it was blah 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 blah. However, not one of these interpretations approached the truth. Furthermore, while the notebook fragment describes this mysterious incident, it does not reveal the truth of what happened there. Or perhaps even the writer didn't know what the truth was. According to the writer, her name was Ushiromiya Maria. Ooh. Incidentally, as a result of the all-out police investigation, part of Maria's body, a piece of her jaw was discovered. It was one of the rare instances where a corpse was identified thanks to dental records. Oh, at that gruesome scene, there had been many body parts that couldn't be identified as belonging to any specific person, so it's possibly fair to say that this jaw was an extremely fortunate find, because this jaw had been, my god, it's going too fast. And so let us conclude this tale with the final section of the notebook fragment that Ushiromiya Maria left behind. By the time you have read this, I will probably be dead. Although there may or may not be a corpse, you who have read this, please find out the truth. That's my only wish. Ushiromiya Maria. To this very day, the truth of the witch legend serial murders has not been brought to light. What? That's it? I feel like I ran a marathon trying to read all that, Jesus. First game. Legend of the Golden Witch. Result. Dead, 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 dead. Dead, dead. Also dead. Also dead. Also died. Also dead. Also died. Aww, Natsuhi. I wanted her to live. Dead. Missing. 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 Will the witch invite this man who denied her existence to the Golden Land? The witch will praise the wise and should bestow 4 treasures in the Golden Land. There they chose to revive the souls of the dead and the love that had been lost. After all, no matter how large a mountain of gold they might have desired, it would have been out of their grasp. George chose his lost fiancé. Jessica chose the boy she had liked and lost. Maria chose the lost love of her mother. Sleep peacefully, Beatrice. Let nothing disturb your slumber ever again. What about Battler? The winner is the Golden Witch Beatrice. Time ran out before even one of the 18 people could solve the riddle of the gold. All 18 died. When the seagulls cried, none were left alive. Chotomateo! But what happened to Battler? Oh, achievement unlocked. The Golden Witch has prepared a gift for you in commemoration of your stay. Okay. Does it tell me what happened to Battler? Tea party? Sure. How long is this? No. You know what, I'll just put that in a separate episode. Alright. We're going to end this one here, and I guess we'll find out what happens in the tea party next time. Which may or may not be soon. It depends on how long that is. Anyway, alright, well, I suppose my thoughts on that chapter. It was long. Really, really long. If I have a complaint, and I do have a complaint, it's that it was long, and it needed editing. A lot of editing. If they had taken out every repetition, this could have easily been half the length, probably even less, which would have been a much better pace. Just the repetition was too much. That aside, I enjoyed the story. I didn't know much going in. I was vaguely aware of it because I'd seen a couple of episodes of the anime, but that was it. I really enjoyed the story, and I grew to like characters that, at the beginning, I absolutely did not like. I figured I would just hate all of them because, let's face it, they're all giant douchebags. But by the end, like, I really liked Natsuhi. I was sad to see her go out so quickly. And yeah, I like Kinzo. Maria, I did not expect to like Maria, but yeah, they ended up giving her a nice twist by the end there, which was nice. Not really a big fan of anybody else. And I figure that, well, there's 3 more episodes, so I guess they go into maybe the Golden Land, or I don't know if it's like alternate scenarios. I don't know anything about the other chapters. No idea. I don't know if or even when I'll be playing them for the channel. I don't know, because this took a really long time. Much longer than I thought it would. I thought this would be at least half the length that it was. I mean, it took several months at the rate I play it just to finish it for the channel, so we'll see. There's lots of things I want to do for the channel at the moment, and Umineko takes up a huge chunk of time, apparently. I might play them myself. I might record them anyway and just, I don't know, upload them on weekends or something once I'm done. We'll see. Anyway, thanks for watching. That was most of Chapter 1 of Umineko. I'm not sure if we classify Tea Party as part of it. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. See ya!